How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've just arrived at London King's Cross Station. We've still got to make our way across the city to the XL Arena where the actual EGX is being held. So we're going to be going via subway. As you can see, it's just about 10 to 10. So the event starts in like 10 minutes, so we're going to be a bit late. It's probably going to take us about an hour to get there. But it should be alright. We're going to be going on the underground, I think. So let's get going. So from the intro to this video, you can probably tell that I had intended to do a kind of vlog type video with me walking around EGX, checking out a bunch of stuff and talking about things as I go. And I did try recording some bits like this, but unfortunately the noise level inside the venue was actually really loud. So instead I'm just going to talk a little about my experience at EGX, what I did there, and what you can expect if you're looking at going in future. So EGX is one of the UK's biggest gaming expositions, which is usually held annually either in London or Birmingham. It usually runs for around 3 to 4 days, and it's a chance for gaming lovers across the globe to come together, celebrate the art of gaming, and maybe even win a few goodies while they're at it. Now, from what I heard, there were a few people a bit upset about this year's Expo, as the big three, those being Microsoft, Nintendo and PlayStation, weren't present, and I don't know if they've showcased at the Expo in previous years, but due to the pandemic, we didn't even get to find out whether EGX was going ahead until August or September time, so I assume that was just a little bit too short of notice for them. While this did mean that there were fewer AAA titles at the Expo, it also meant that smaller indie devs got more attention and got a chance to showcase their games, and I thought this was kind of cool. Now, due to it being more of a quiet year for EGX, my application for a content creator pass was accepted, and this allowed me to attend all 4 days of the Expo. It was, however, only accepted about a week before the event, which meant that I had a mad scramble to book train tickets and a hotel, and so if you're looking at going when things pick back up again, I highly advise booking a hotel as early as you can to make sure you can actually get one and avoid any ridiculous price hikes. Now, I had originally planned to attend all 4 days of the Expo, but I actually cut that down to 2 days, and this is because for the most part, the stands and showcases in the main arena remain the same throughout the 4 days, with the only real difference being that the guest speakers and presentations held inside the auditorium change each day. My primary reason for attending EGX though was to meet different publishers and maybe make a few contacts to advertise my channel, but if you're just looking to go there for a day out, then you'll likely only need a single day to see most of what the Expo has to offer. Now, when it comes to what you can actually expect at EGX, every year is different, and like I said, this year there seemed to be a big indie presence at the Expo, and so there were a lot of stands from different indie publishers allowing you to play some of the titles, which included several unreleased titles, giving you a sneak peek at what they were working on and a chance to get hands-on with them. A couple of the standout titles for me were firstly The Conway Disappearance at Dahlia View, a kind of mystery thriller game influenced by Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, where you play as a wheelchair-bound detective trying to solve the disappearance of a young girl, and I also enjoyed playing Dark Fracture, an upcoming psychological horror title that I got to play a demo of, which is also available on Steam, and I actually won a free t-shirt for completing the demo in under 25 minutes. Now, aside from the indie stands, there was also a Team 17 stand where you could play a bunch of their titles, a Crytek stand showcasing the remastered trilogy of Crysis and one of their other games called Hunt Showdown, and an impressive Baldur's Gate 3 stand where you could also give that game a go. In addition to these, there were also a bunch of other areas dotted about the place where you could just take a seat and play some new releases or old classics, and these included an 18+ area with things like Call of Duty and Gears of War, a LAN party area where you could just enjoy some competitive gameplay against other people, and a huge retro area containing nearly every major console release between the 80s and 2000s, and they even had a collection of classic arcade games and pinball tables for you to play with. One of the coolest things at the Expo though had to be the daily esports competition held at the centre of the arena, which anyone could sign up to, and this had you playing 1v1 fighting games in a knockout competition live on stage, with a couple of guys commentating on the action and really hyping up the audience.
What a sidestep! second winner and second place, Monster!
Now, expos are obviously a chance for companies to flog the wares, and there was no shortage of sales stands offering different goods to buy, which in general I found pretty reasonably priced, and these also included a tabletops games stand where you could buy some board games or cards and an area to sit down and have a game with other people. Some of the bigger named brands at the Expo included the likes of Republic of Gamers and IKEA, who also had a Rocket League competition going on where you could win some prizes, and the Expo's sponsor Virgin Media had a huge Fall Guys stand which included a giant travelator which people could run up to earn a crown, though I didn't partake in this due to my knees being knackered, or I probably would have ended up like this guy. So overall I really enjoyed my time at EGX, and while it didn't have the grandeur of some of the American gaming conventions, there was still plenty to see and do there. Now next year EGX is actually having two conventions, the first being in Birmingham in March and the second in London in September, and if you've never actually been to one then I highly recommend you give it a go. Tickets for the event cost around 25 quid a day, or if you're wanting to go for the whole 4 days it's usually around 70 quid, though like I said before, you should be able to see and do most things there in a single day. So hopefully this video has given you an idea of what to expect from EGX, and I'll definitely be going again next year, so you never know, I might get to meet up with some of you for a couple of beers and a bit of a chat. I've left a link to the EGX website in the description box below so you can check it out, and you can also join the newsletter or follow the social media pages to get updates on the event and be notified as soon as next year's tickets go on sale. For now though, that's all from me, so I want to thank you all once again for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves and game on.